In this lesson, you will learn how you can use the configuration parameter create steps during run creation. There's a configuration parameter available for your spaces, which you can make use of, which is set to false by default. It's called create steps during run creation. And this basically creates steps whenever you plan a run. Yeah. So if this is set to true, whenever you plan a test to be executed in ALM Octane, it will create the whole skeleton of this run, including all the steps, which will be for sure empty, but those will be created. So this is very useful when you would like to report on what are the total number of steps which are planned, or you would like to just create a report and list all the planned steps, including the description for a specific sprint and release, then you can make use of this parameter and set it to true. So let's first see the impact and the default configuration, how this is used. So let's go into ALM Octane. We will go into the quality module, and in the quality module, we will create here a new, so we have here a test, pay from Advantage Mobile Store, and we will plan this run now. And we will say this is set to, let's say the plan run is set to false. Yeah. We plan it, and then we can see the run is planned. And if we go into the run itself, you can see the report area is empty. And this is the reason, because the parameter we had here is set to false. If we would change it now, let's go set to true, save it, refresh, and also refresh here your browser. I will need to go back and plan the run again. So browser is refreshed. We select the same test, and now we say plan run. And this time we have set the parameter to true, so the run name is just parameter name equals true. Click on plan. A new run is created, and let's go in. And this time you can see it has populated the content, so the skeleton exists even before the run is executed. Yeah, so in the configuration where the parameter is set to false, this skeleton is not created when the test is set to plan. It's created only during the first execution. So whenever you execute a planned run, then this will be created. So let's go back and take a look here on the runs to compare both areas. So we have here once which is false. Here we have the number of steps and the steps created. Here we don't have it. We can see it's empty. And when I click on run, now it will create the steps and the skeleton for it. Even I pause it here. Now those steps are created because I have executed this run initially. So now it is created in the report, but before it wasn't. So this is very useful to set this parameter to true in order if you want to use the REST API to see what are the steps I have planned. Maybe you want to count them or whatever. If you want to really report on the planned steps in the planned runs, then you need to make this active. So let's go into Excel, and let's say we would like to fetch data using OData protocol. So from OData feed, we can just enter the URL here, press OK. So I've been logged in already one time before, so now it is showing me all the data. So in Excel, I can see here all the different resources, and I would like to have the run steps. Yeah, so those will be created only if this parameter here is set to true. Where is it? It's this one. This need to be set to true, and then you can use the OData run steps, and also from the REST API, you can see the content of the steps. Otherwise, it won't be possible. So now let's try to complete exactly this example. So we would like to query ALM Octane using OData and get all the run steps for the planned runs with the information of the test, information of who is the run by, so the default, the tester, and the run step description as well as the run description. So here we have the run steps resource. We will right click here and say edit. From here, we can now first of all select the correct entities we are looking for. So first of all, I would like to know the step types for sure. Here, I just want to know the name. So if it's a validation step or a setup step, which is fine. Then on the run, I would like to know the run ID and the test name. So let's open it and let's go down. It's name, test name. What else do I need? I guess it's the run by, as well as I would like to have the run ID. ID is here. Say okay. And the next record is I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. So now let's move it into the right order. So let's say we would like to choose the columns, and I would like to select the ID, the run ID. This is the step ID. I would like to have the step name, the description of the step, the run name and the test name, as well as the run by information. So now we have it. Oh, here I need to really sort it out, because the run by information is just a record. So also here I would like to have the, let's say, name, full name, and what else? Email. These are the parameters I would like to have. For the run by, so for the tester who will execute those test cases. And basically this is what I will receive now, exactly the information I'm looking for. And now let's sort it a bit. So I will sort first of all the run ID to the left, then the step ID, the description I will move to the right, so it is here. Then we have the run name and the test name. So the run name can be moved, I guess, after the name of the tester, and then we have the test name. I guess this is exactly what we are looking for. Yeah, so this is the example I would like to save. Let's say close and load. This information will be now loaded here. That will take some time. So this is the result I get. So I have here the run ID, the step ID, the step type, if it's a normal step. I see here the test name, as well the different steps. So I can see it here. The HTML description is also transferred. So let's create a pivot table where I would like to know from the test and the different users I have, how the step distribution looks like. So let's create a pivot table. And I will insert it into a new sheet. And in the new sheet, I can now sort the different areas. So first row is the run ID. After this, I have the step ID. Then I have the test name, as well as the step description. I guess I need to get rid of this one. Yeah. So this is the different runs which are planned for the different test cases. So let's move this up. So now I can see here the different runs I have for the different test cases. They are planned here by the different ID. And what else I could do, I could also involve now the user. So where I would be able to see exactly here. So I have one test, which is route test, and I have here who is assigned to it. Here I can see that more users are assigned to a different test. Then I can really see it for the different users who are executing the different runs and what is the number of the steps which are assigned to them. Just by giving or reordering the tester to the top, and now also counting the ID of the steps on the value side, and this will give me exactly the overall number of test steps per user. So let's go back. So to summarize, the create steps during run creation parameter is important when you really want to get those information prior execution, so already in the planned phase, and you would like to report on the planned steps per tester or per release or per sprint, then this is the good way to approach it. You just need to set the create steps during run creation parameter to true, and it will exactly give you the outcome you are looking for.